maiden last name is Gleason. So everybody used to ask if we were related to Jackie Gleason. And I always used to just say, yeah, sure, why not?
Somewhere maybe.
I mean, it can't be that many Gleasons, right? I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's right.
Well,
Uh-oh.
Donald's on.
Sir,
Wow.
DS is
Hey,
in the house.
how y'all doing today?
Good.
We're good. How are you?
Happy Monday. I'm doing well, thank you.
I haven't seen you in like months. So
You
it's
know,
really
I've
nice
been,
to see you.
yeah, I've been hidden in a little cave. So, they let
Okay.
me out today. So,
That's nice. Did you have food in the cave at least?
water.
Okay, good.
Hey, Donald,
Yes,
do you know
sir.
what kind of tree fits in your hand?
Tree that fits in my hand. I don't. What kind?
Palm tree. Come on. That was a gimme. Come on.
People, I can never like put those simple things together. My son does that to me all the time. And I'm like, all right, what is it? And it's so easy, Dad. And I'm like, all right.
Oh my goodness. Well, since Dennis has already kicked it off with this amazing joke, I'm going to throw it over to you to see if you have any special announcements or anything to tell us about listings.
Me? Okay. No, we're I think everybody knows the market has slowed down just a little bit, but it's still not bad. We're still hanging in there, and as I've been going around to the offices, it seems like the activity is really picking up in the last couple of weeks, which is very exciting to see. I think that we've also seen the interest rates have fallen just a little bit, and so I think the more of that we can see, the better off we're going to be for sure. And we're seeing some folks get out of the business, and that there's always good and bad about that. You don't ever want to see anybody go away, but what happens is those are usually the folks who really aren't doing a whole lot of business, except they're taking maybe one or two transactions away from those of you who are doing it full time, working hard and making your living out of it. And so I think what you'll see is when those folks go away, you'll pick up that business that they were getting. And so I think all of you, certainly on this call, that continue to work hard and work at it every day, day in and day out. I don't think you're really going to miss a whole lot of beats, and I think everything is going to be super. So that's really all I have for you today, except for in October, we have our Gin Blue coming up, the big national conference. That's going to be in Atlanta this year. So what easier way for us to get to somewhere than, to hop on a $75 flight on Delta or whoever and, zoom up to Atlanta for Gin Blue. So hope everybody looks at that and, puts it on your calendar. And I hope we can get a good attendance at that. It's always good. I know Brittany got to go last year, and I think it's a very worthwhile experience for everybody. So if you can do it, we'd love to see you there. And with that, thanks.
I'll be there this year too. I saw
All
it was
right.
Atlanta. I'm going to drive though, because I'm a driver.
There
And
you
I do
go.
my best work while I'm driving. So I'm going to take that time and drive, but I'm looking forward to it. I have a question for you, not to put you on the spot, Dennis, but if you could give one piece of advice to everyone on this call on what they can do to stand out apart from the other agents in the business. We're all looking for listings, and it's one of those things where when the market gets a little bit tighter, what could you say to them that they should be doing on a consistent basis?
The crazy thing is there's so many different things you can do. And you all know, you probably are heard me say this before. One of the things that I think is probably, and this was not scripted, she didn't tell me she was going to ask me this. But it's just doing videos for people. People in today's day and age, they want to see more interactivity. They want to see more movement. They don't want to just see stale pictures. And so, I tell everybody, do as many videos as you can. Don't worry about what your hair looks like. Don't worry that if you're Nick Brown, you sound like Mrs. Brown. Don't worry about any of those kind of things. You got to be you, because when people hire you to help find a home or help sell their home, they're doing it because of you and your personality and who you are. And so let that come through in the videos. Even if you make some mistakes, who cares? And videos are how much money to do. And with your cell phone, that's right, there's $0. And then $0 to put it on Google or wherever you want to put it. And so, I would definitely, or YouTube. So definitely, do videos, get out there, go to the whatever marketplace you want to be the king or queen of selling that subdivision or whatever it is you're going to sell. do a video with it in the background, say, hey, this is Dennis McKinnon. I'm out here in front of Sunny Chase Farms, and there's some things happening, things moving here, and I would love to be the realtor to help you find your dream home here, or I'd love to be the realtor to help you sell your home to find your next dream home. Just something as simple as that. It doesn't even need to be more than that. Just a quick 30 seconds, 45 seconds. And if you do that on a real consistent basis, I think you'll see some results of that. Get it out there. Tag me on it. If you put it on Facebook or social media, I'll make a comment on it. I'll like it. I'll push it out. He'll push it out there too. So, and I think everybody else will too. We've seen that. So it's one of those things we can do. It's free. Everybody gets together and kind of helps each other out. So do more videos.
Brittany, can
Thank
I
you,
throw
Dennis.
a success story on that? And this wasn't scripted as
Absolutely.
well. I just heard this
Absolutely.
morning, one of the newer agents in Joanne Rebel's office here in Panama City has been a phenomenal job at doing that. She's done a lot of videos. Well, I don't know the result of it, but she wrote an offer right around $1 million over the weekend with Joanne's help from a lead that saw her videos, and he was friends of hers, and he said, hey, my investor in, I think it was Tennessee, is looking to buy a condo down in Panama City. So to Dennis's point, had she not done those videos, that's where he saw it.
Yep. Pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Real quick too, one other way to use them, because I know I've done it with a lot of folks. If you send a video for anything, like if you're getting ready to go on a listing appointment, you're getting ready to go meet a client, send them a video first just to confirm, hey, I'll see you at 2:00. Can't wait to talk about 123 Sunny Chase Lanes, and let them see you, let them interact with it a little bit. One that I know somebody that's used and it worked out real well. If you get an offer on a listing and it maybe is a little lower than what they had expected and you had expected, this actually came out of Joanne's office as well with Chris. I said, Chris, send him a video first, because he was kind of nervous to go see him. I said, send him a video saying, hey, just want you to know we got an offer in on your property. It's not exactly what we thought it was going to be. It's a little bit lower than that. But I can't wait to see you at 2:00 and we'll go over it. He's already broken the bad news to him. He doesn't have to get there and break it then. So they're already expecting it. They're probably calmed down a little bit by the time he gets there. So video. I'd use it every chance I got.
Thank you, Dennis.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. I don't even know if you remember this, but when I joined CB, like probably 4 years ago when I got my license for a brief second, you were in the office and you were at Martin's meeting, because I was at Martin's office. And one of the things that you taught me was sending those videos to a potential client. And that has always stuck with me. And that was 4 years ago, right? You were telling people to send video, and how many of them are really doing it, taking
Nobody.
your advice and actually, using what you're saying, because I think that really just sets you apart from other people in this business. I mean, if you sent me a video saying you were excited to meet me and I can't wait to show you this property, especially in my generation, I would eat that up. Like that would just sign, sealed, you're my agent forever, So I appreciate that. And thank you for being so candid and me putting you on the spot. I'm sorry.
No sweat. That's all right. No sweat.
So that kind of segues into just a quick reminder. We do have Nick Brown on here. We are coming to your guys' office here shortly to do our social media world tour. One of the things that we will be highlighting is video. So if you want to learn how to use video to enhance your business and gain listings, please come to the session. If you just want to learn about social media and how you can be leveraging that, it is a free tool. It's very cost effective for you to gain more momentum in your business. We will be talking about that as well. So I know Nick is super excited and super pumped, and so am I. And Dennis is, I'm sure, going to join us on some of those tours too. So thank you guys so much for signing up if you've already have. If you haven't, check with your manager, find out when your day is, or email me. I can tell you when we'll be in your office. So without further ado, I do have an agenda for today's meeting, but I did want to throw out, since this is tool time, does anyone have any questions or anything that they've ran into in the last week or so that they wanted to ask me, since you have me here on the line? Any issues, questions, concerns? No complaints though, just concerns. No? We're all good? Okay.
Well,
Wonderful.
I
Yes?
actually wasn't able to get into my account on Saturday, and I was scrambling because I had to write an offer, and I called the tech support people, and they couldn't help either. So they're like, yeah, the most we can do is do a ticket, and and address it on Monday. I'm like, yeah, but I'm writing an offer today.
Oh my goodness. What happened, Karen?
It is locked somewhere in a loop on one page and it won't go past that page. So I actually remembered that I had a dot loop account. So I just backed into dot loop itself without going into my CB
Yes.
desk. And actually I wrote the offer and I should know something within the next hour whether or not it was accepted, but it sounds like it was because they asked me where I wanted to close.
Awesome. Well, hey, look at that. Look at those trials and tribulations turning into
Man,
success stories.
let me tell you, look, I called Kathy and I was like, I'm gonna need you to send me some forms because I don't have any.
Old
I gotta
school,
figure out
going
a way
back
to
old
do
school.
this.
Well, hey, Karen, keep us posted because I think everybody on here is now invested in your story on whether or not your offer was accepted. So you'll have to put in the chat at the end when you get that news back that your offer was accepted.
I will let you guys know. Worst case scenario, I will let you know on the next tool time.
That sounds good. And then Eric just put in the chat, just for future reference, Karen, if you didn't know this, Form Simplicity is a good backup.
Good to know.
Yeah, good to know. Hopefully you never have to experience that again, but if you do, you have a little bit of backup.
You know, and each experience is a new one, so it just makes me be more prepared for the next time. You know, it's like,
Absolutely.
okay, now I have a backup just in case.
Yep, no, absolutely. And I think it just makes us more well-rounded when we have to overcome those obstacles, makes us better agents in the end, for sure. Thanks for sharing, Karen. And again, share with us. We're definitely invested in your story.
I will.
Kelly, you had your hand up. Did you have a question or concern? She could have accidentally put her hand up. If you're talking, Kelly, you're on mute. If you want to put it in the chat, you can put it in the chat. Okay, I'll let you put it in the chat and then I can come back to it. All right, so today we're going to be talking about Homespotter Boost. So last week on Tool Time, if you joined me, we talked all about listing concierge. So we talked about listings, right? Listings are our focus this year. So we're going to continue to showcase our tool times around how to get you more listings, what you can use in CB and our tools to enhance your listings, to get more listings, and to hopefully get you listings. So one of the tools that is incorporated with Listing Concierge is Homespotter Boost. If you haven't gone in and looked at Homespotter Boost, today is going to be your day. If you've ordered any package with with Listing Concierge, you've had Homespotter Boost. So Homespotter Boost, what it is, it's a social media ad that is ran for you, not just on social media, but also on websites. So any Listing Concierge package comes with Homespotter Boost already. You can also run Homespotter Boost without a listing. So let's just pretend you want to brand yourself. You can go into Homespotter Boost and make a branding ad. Or if you have a different property, maybe you already have done a Listing Concierge on that property, but want to specifically target an area with that home, you can go into Homespotter Boost and they will run that ad for you. Let me tell you the benefits of Listing Concierge. I already did that last week. Homespotter Boost before we actually go into the tool. So a lot of you have been struggling with Facebook advertisement, and that's because we're in what's called a special ad category. So it makes it really hard for you guys to actually go on to Facebook and run ads. And the reason why is back in the day we were able to target people by like behaviors, interests, income, things like that. Well, since we're part of Fair Housing, Facebook has put us in what's called a special ad category, meaning that we have to follow very strict guidelines to run Facebook advertisement, which basically means you can't target by anything other than zip code. And a lot of times, a lot of my agents, their ads are getting not approved. They're getting denied. So you go to try to run an ad on Facebook, like boost a post, and it gets denied. And I get lots of phone calls all the time. I'm fielding those consistently. Hey, Brittany, my ad got denied. Can you tell me why? Well, a lot of times Facebook's not going to tell you the why. They're just going to say you're not following their guidelines, and they're not really going to go into the why behind it, other than the fact that something in your ad just they didn't like. It could have been the wording. It could have just been you're a real estate professional and you got flagged. So if you do that too many times, Facebook is going to put you in what's called Facebook jail. Raise your hand if you've been in Facebook jail. I'm a firm Facebook jail, a person that seems to get in jail a lot of the time. And it's really no fault to yourself. It's just the content that you're creating. Facebook crawls your Facebook and sees that maybe you're not complying with fair housing in every single line of your wording. Don't fret if you're in that boat or you're struggling with Facebook advertisement. Homespotter Boost is a great way to get in front of clients without having to worry about all that, right? So really, you just go to the Homespotter Boost platform. I'm going to show you how you create an ad. They run the ad for you. They do the copy. They do the creative. That way, you're not having to worry about, is this wording correct? Am I going to get flagged with this wording? They do everything for you. The other great thing about Homespotter Boost is they have a special relationship with Facebook. So they have people that they communicate with on a consistent basis. So what that means is if they have an issue with an ad or you have an issue with an ad, they can reach out for you. If you've ever tried to reach out to Facebook, it takes a million years. I feel like they've employed like half of the world, but you can never get to anyone on Facebook. And that's just because there's so much red tape. So Homespotter Boost allows us to have that one-way connection with Facebook. So if something was to occur with your ad, they can communicate for you. The other thing that they have the advantage of is they can actually look at custom audiences like we cannot in the real estate market. And how they do that is this what's called a lookalike audience. And I know I'm speaking a lot of terms that you guys are probably like, wow, I don't understand anything she's saying. Really what I'm trying to tell you in Homespotter Boost is since they have this special relationship with Facebook, they can actually target people that are home intenders, which you and I could not target on our own Facebook. So when you run a Homespotter Boost ad, not only are they doing all the legwork for you and you don't have to worry about any of what I just talked about, but they're also targeting people that have home interests. So those are people that are actively seeking for a home, maybe have been on Zillow, maybe have been on realtor.com, that have shown behaviors on their computer of actively looking for a home. So you're reaching somebody that's a little bit more further down the funnel rather than casting such a wide net if you were to advertise on your own through Facebook. So Homespotter Boost just allows you to have that peace of mind. And again, if you've already ran a listing concierge, you've ran Homespotter before. So I'm going to walk through, possibly you've already ran an ad through listing concierge. How do I find that ad and see my results? And I'm also going to show you how to create a custom ad through Homespotter Boost and run that on the platform. Before I do, does anyone have any questions before I go live demo on the Homespotter Boost app?
I have a question.
Yes.
Because they have a relationship with Meta, does it cross between Instagram and Facebook or only Facebook?
You are correct. Yes, it does. It goes across Instagram, Facebook, and it's also a web. So it's on like Google-based websites. So like think of like weather.com, ESPN. Your ad will also be shown displayed on those websites as well. Good question.
Just for that one price, right?
Correct. Yep.
Yep.
So that's another great benefit. Thank you, Cara, for reminding me that not only do you get that special relationship and that customer service, but you also get the benefit that you're also running display ads, which would cost you, depending on where you're running display ads, it could cost you anywhere from $400 to $500 a month to run a display ad on those websites. It's a great benefit. Miss Karen, you got your hand up.
Yes. Quick question for you. Will there'll be can I replay this?
Yes, I'm recording it and it's on my YouTube channel. All of my tool times are. So it'll be available. Usually what I do is I wait for the recording to come live and then I upload it to my YouTube channel by end of day.
Okay. I'm driving, so can you send me a link to your YouTube channel?
Yes, I can. I can send you a link to my YouTube channel after we get
I'll
off this
pull it
call.
up in the chat when I stop. But I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, and you should be able to catch
it.
all of my tool times that since the day I started, I've recorded. So you can go back and watch all the videos and listen to me talk for hours if you'd like.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Good question. Any other questions before I go live into Homespotter? Okay, let me share my screen and I will need someone to pop off and let me know that you can see my screen.
Yes, ma'am, we can, and I'll keep an eye on the chat for you.
Oh, I appreciate you, Nick. You are amazing. Okay, so we're going to go into Homespotter Boost, and mine is in alphabetical order. So here's my Homespotter Boost tile. So when I click into this, I'm going to show you a couple things. I'm going to show you, number one, how to create an ad if you're not going through Listing Concierge. And then I'm also going to show you how to look at the ads that have come in from your Listing Concierge. So let me log in real quick. Got 3 different profiles. So bear with me for a second. I always forget what profile does what. So, okay. So the first thing I'm going to show you is if you've ran a Listing Concierge package, how you would come in and see your campaigns. So normally when you come in here, it will show you your ad campaigns. You're not going to see all of them. I'm seeing 254. I'm seeing all of Florida's. So you're just going to see your ad campaign. So let me find somebody that's ran one. Who have I worked with recently that's ran a Listing Concierge? Let's see. All right. This is in Branton, Florida. So we're just going to use this person as an example. So this is what you would see on your home screen if you've ran a Listing Concierge package. It's going to show you Listing Concierge package. It was a part of it. And this particular, I apologize. Hey, stop. And this, hey, every day, every time I'm on tool time. I'm so sorry, guys. So in this particular case, this was ran and they had 11 people who engaged. Engage are going to be people that actually gave their information. They had 288 clicks, meaning 288 people clicked on the link to see more information about this listing. And they had 8,391 views. So to view those results, I'm going to click on view. So if this was your case and you're in Homespotter Boost, you're going to click view to see your results. You're going to see the engaged, the clicks, the ad views, and it's also going to tell you if the campaign has ended or if it's running. So it'll tell you when the campaign ended and the time. It'll tell me that it was a Listing Concierge package. It's going to show me a preview of what it looks like on Facebook, and this would be view on Facebook or Instagram, so I can swap between Facebook and Instagram, so you can see it's opening up what it would look like in Instagram. So you can just kind of see what the difference would look like. If I scroll down even more, or I can see right here on the right-hand side where it was located. So usually what it defaults to is the property. So if you're running a Listing Concierge package, it's just going to default a radius around that zip code of property to show this. Some agents like to change that, and you can change that. So let's say that you think that maybe this property is located on the beach. You don't think that the seller or the buyer is going to be coming in from anywhere local. It's going to be an out-of-town buyer. Maybe you want your Listing Concierge to show up at a different city, maybe like Atlanta or California. You think it's going to be somebody coming in from a different state. So you can actually change the targeting if you want. You just need to let your Listing Concierge coordinator know. Can you guys still hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just making sure. All right. So that is how you would see where it's located. To look to see where these people engaged, we can click on this engaged button. This is going to show me who engaged and what they wanted. So Kim Tao unlocked photos, John Daughtry unlocked photos. We got Margaret who put her email in and her phone number. She wants directions. This is somebody that's very eager to see this property. And then same and so forth. So you're going to have someone, calculated their mortgage payment. But to export these leads into like an Excel spreadsheet, you can always click on this export leads tab, and it's going to open up an Excel spreadsheet for you to take to like Moxie, or you could email, and it has it all right here. So you can reach out to these individuals. That's the beauty of Listing Concierge, is they have this Homespotter Boost that allows you to get leads. The other great thing is maybe you didn't know this, maybe you didn't know that you could even get leads on Homespotter Boost, and maybe you're going into Homespotter Boost for the first time and you've ran multiple Listing Concierge. There's a lot of people that are probably sitting in your leads that you might need to follow up with. Underneath the overview, a couple more things I want to point out is you can also see the web. So the web view looks like this. So you can see if we were to view it on the web, it's just going to show you like a HGTV page and where your ad would possibly be. So that's a great thing to look at. And then I think the favorite thing about Homespotter Boost is that you can email your seller the results, and it'll give them a comprehensive breakdown of the engaged, the clicks, the ad views, and the campaign, how long it ran. It will also tell them where it's at. So it's got a really great way for you to just keep that seller informed on all the great marketing that you're doing for their property. Does anyone have any questions about looking at their campaign in Homespotter Boost if they ran like a listing concierge package, how they could come in here and find their leads, email their seller results, and see what their ad looks like?
Brittany, I do. How long will those leads remain in there? Let's say that I've been doing listing concierge for a couple years and forgot completely about Homespotter Boost. Would they stay in there indefinitely?
Definitely, yeah.
Wow, that's freaking awesome.
So some of them are going to be cold, right? If it's been a year or so, but I still encourage agents to put them on like a holiday campaign, like a drip campaign in Moxie, just to keep in front of them. Because obviously at one point they were looking to buy or sell a home. Maybe they already used a real estate professional. Maybe they weren't the greatest, but you could go in there and, you know, swoop in and remind them that you're an agent and that you can help them with their potential in the future leads. Any other questions before I show you how to like just run a boost campaign? One thing I want to remind you is that this is feeding from the MLS. So when we were running listing concierge and, you know, obviously the listings were flying off the shelves last year. We were seeing a lot of these weren't being completed, so they were ended early. So just keep that in mind if you're looking back at last year and you're seeing that your campaign ended early for any reason. I'll tell you 10 times out of 10, it's because you put that MLS from active to sold or pending, and you changed the MLS status, so it stopped the campaign. This campaign through Listing Concierge is totally pulling from the MLS. So any change in the MLS is going to stop this campaign. So keep that in mind. I feel like I heard some beeping. Was there stuff in the chat? Let's see.
Yeah, Jennifer was just mentioning that she should go back in and check her leads, and I was like, absolutely.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's go back to actually creating a campaign. Let's go. I gotta switch profiles, so give me 1 second to switch my profile and pretend to be one of y'all and create like just a branding or a listing campaign. All right, so this is actually what you're going to see when you log into Homespotter Boost. You're going to see, hi, it's going to show you your expected monthly ad views. You can actually set up a monthly campaign with Homespotter Boost for just like branding, basically, and it'll show you your average performance that you could have depending upon your Facebook that you've connected. So it's showing me my average is between 8,000 to 12,000 ad views per month. That's a lot of ad views. It's also showing me that the websites that my ad could potentially show up on are websites like ESPN, Forbes, HGTV, NBC Sports, the New York Times, don't know what that is, Rolling Stone, and the Weather Channel. And then if I've ever ran any ads, they're going to be right here. And to your point where you can look at the past ones, is just change it from the past 30 days to all time frame. And you should see all of your listing concierge ads here. So if you're not seeing them and it's only maybe the last 30 days, change that to all, or you can change it to a custom date range. You can also change the type. If you decided to do a listing concierge, you're going to see like listings only. If you did an agent promo, you're able to do a coming soon. You can do a price reduction, recently sold. They have the option to do video now through Homespotter Boost. So if you want to boost a video of a home, you can do that, as well as virtual tours. And then status would be all your campaigns running and scheduled if they've been processed, ended, or paused. If you're not seeing your listing here, you can also use the search bar right here to search for your listing. And let's just pretend I haven't seen this, but maybe this was 5 years ago and for some reason their data stops at 5 years, then possibly that could be that too. This little chat bar right here is actually a person that you can start chatting with. So it's kind of just like Moxie Engage. So if you have any issues, you can always chat. This is that 24/7 support. So usually reply with under a minute. That's a great response time. So if you ever have any questions or need anything, you can always chat with a Homespotter Boost representative and they can help you out. So let's just pretend I want to do a campaign. I'm going to go ahead and press this blue button that says set up your campaign. You might be seeing too right below this page, maybe some, if you have a listing, it might say create a listing ad. I don't have a listing, so you're not going to see that. You're just going to see the agent promotion. But you might have, if you do have some listings, it might be telling you to boost a listing that you currently have. All right. So this is what it's going to look like. It's just using my picture that I had loaded in my profile here. I'm going to show you how to add it into your profile, but it's showing my picture and then it's just telling me, did you have questions about real estate? Please get in touch with me. So that's my ad preview for Facebook. On the right-hand side, you can see the campaign goal is going to be agent promotion because I don't have a listing. It's going to be billing me monthly auto renew. I can cancel at any time. My goal of this ad is 8,000 to 12,000 monthly ad views. And I'm either going to do a monthly subscription or I'm going to run 3 months to the price of 2, which is actually a great deal. I will need to add my payment method here for this to go through. And then I can actually direct them where they're going to go. So it says right here, where should my ad clicks go? I'm not going to want it to go to CaldwellBankerHomes.com because they can land on anyone. I'm going to want to edit that and put in my Moxie website. So I'm going to want to put, let's just pretend my Moxie website or my personal website is BrittanyMoulton.com. That's what I'm going to want to have them go to. It's going to say who will see this ad, people centered around Sarasota. Well, I'm not in Sarasota, so I'm going to need to edit this ad. I want to change that to Pensacola or wherever. Maybe you want to do it to, heck, I don't know, Atlanta or California and just entice people to come here, right? I don't think it's going to let me change my thing because I'm not an actual agent, but that's, you get the point there. You can add text and images here. So right now it's got my agent photo and it's got my background. I can upload my own ads. This is really important. Listen to me when I say this. I can take something from BrandServe and load it in here. I can take something from Canva that I created and load an ad in here, or I can just allow them to use their ad that they created with me, which is just my profile image and a background. These are the backgrounds that they offer for Coldwell Banker. You've probably seen these before. Obviously, we're not going to want to choose one that looks like a rural city that we're not a part of in Pensacola here. This looks like Florida, or you can always upload your own ad. So just keep that in mind. You can update your photo. So if your photo isn't correct, you can browse your computer and you can add a different photo. That's obviously when I have blonde hair, so I would want to update that. Here's another really important thing. Right now, it's loading my ad on the Coldwell Banker Realty Florida page. I might want to change that and connect to my personal Facebook page. So there's 2 things that you can do. You can run the ad and it's say Coldwell Banker Realty Florida. It's got a good reach. It's a well-established business page. Maybe you don't have a business page on Facebook. You use the Coldwell Banker Realty Florida. It'll probably just default to that. If you have your own business page, I highly encourage you connect your own business page so they can go to your Facebook business page if they want to. They can click on it. They can find you. They can leave you comments. They can follow you. Totally up to you. If it was me, I'd be connecting my own Facebook page. So you would just change the page and connect it to your Facebook, and it will prompt you to connect your business page. We can only publish ads to Facebook business pages. So if you have a personal page and not a business page, wow, this is so much to say in one mouth. If you only have a personal page and not a Facebook business page, you cannot run ads. You can only run ads through Facebook business pages. So you'll have to make sure you either have a business page or you choose the business page that is being offered to you, which is our Florida business page. You can change your name on here. So maybe it has maybe Nick wants to go as Mrs. Brown. He could change it to Mrs. Brown. And then for brokerage, obviously, Coldwell Banker Realty. You can change the headline. So you can change the verbiage here. Just be very careful. They might tweak it a little bit to match with fair housing. So if you don't like this wording and you want to change it, you can. You can change the title. This says curious about real estate today. And then same thing with Facebook link description, contact me today. So those are the things that you can edit in the ad. So that's the add text and images box. Then it's going to show you that this ad's going to be seen on Facebook, Instagram, and then of course those websites. So it's saying starting 3 months from now, it's $99 per month. Saying 3 months for $198. There's a deal going on. There a question in the chat? Let's see. Awesome. Got to run, but okay. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so does anyone have any questions about the branding ad? No? So if I swap over to web ad, it's just going to show me what it's going to look like on a website versus on Facebook or Instagram. It's different. No questions about that? That's pretty easy. Cool. Awesome. Okay, so that's if I wanted to run my own ad. For branding, I'm going to go back to the homepage. I'm going to try to log in as one of y'all and show you if you have a listing, what it would look like. But normally what it looks like underneath here is it'll show you all the listings or the homes that you can showcase, and it will ask you if you want to boost a home ad. A lot of times I do this with a lot of my agents that have those high listings that possibly they're trying to showcase in different markets, knowing that that person's going to come from out of state. So I usually tell them, you know, run your listing concierge as normal, but then come into Homespotter Boost and go ahead and run 2 more ads with that same property. But instead of boosting it in like Pensacola, boost 1 in California and then boost 1 in Atlanta or Tennessee and put $99 behind that so those individuals can see that property to draw them here to Pensacola. So I've used it a lot with those, like, you know, over $1 million properties where we've actually, you know, looked at some zip codes that were really high fluent in different markets. Feeder markets. Apologize, my dog just knocked over my gate. Feeder markets, so that they can run those ads too. So they're getting showcased in that specific area, drawing them to Florida. Does anyone have any questions about Homespotter Boost before I go into how to run an ad on Facebook without Homespotter Boost? Here real quick. Got it. Thanks, Brittany. I've got to run as well, but good info. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to run an ad just going to your business page through Facebook and the difference that it's going to be. I do want to let you guys know, I know that we talked last tool time that some of our programs are sunsetting. We're getting away from having so many tools that do the same thing and trying to streamline the tools on your desks. So one of the tools that we are getting rid of is our other platform like this, which is called Social Ad Engine. So just keep that in mind when you're running Facebook ads. Homespotter Boost is going to be our only platform to have it third party, basically. So Social Ad Engine is going away. All right, let's open up Facebook and let's show you how to run an ad in the Meta Suite. And I'm going to walk you through that process and what that looks like. It's going to look a little different. So let me log into the Coldwell Banker Pensacola office. All right, so let's just pretend that this was my personal business page, Brittany Sells Pensacola, and I wanted to run maybe a branding ad, or I wanted to maybe boost this ad. There's a couple ways to do that. I can boost the ad by just clicking boost ad here, and it'll take me to the ad creation tool and allow me to boost something I've already posted. It's going to ask me if I want to have a button. So right now it's saying a send message button. I could choose a learn more button and put in a link. I would have to have a website designation. I can do a book now if I want to book like an appointment with somebody. I would probably say the best thing to do is either sign up or learn more. So either take them to your Moxie website or have them sign up so you get their information. So website, perfect. So special ad category. This is so important if you take nothing away from this training. If you are running Facebook ads on your own through the Meta Suite, please, by all means, you have to click this on. You have to say that you're in a special ad category or your ad will get denied 100% of the time and you will be put in Facebook jail. So you have to toggle on that you are being honest, that you are in a special housing, because housing, special ad category. So it's going to ask you what category. So we're in housing. So this would be for real estate listings, homeowners, insurance, mortgage loans, or other related opportunities. We have to check that on. Then it's going to tell me my audience details. It's automatically always going to show 18 to 65. in Facebook world, 18 is that age limit where that's where it starts and then it goes up, right? Because we can't age discriminate. You can edit this pencil right here by changing where the audience is in the specific area. So right now it's, since I'm on the Pensacola one, it's just going to be doing a radius within 30 miles of Airport Boulevard. You can change the location, but you can't change anything else. So right now it's telling me in this location, in this zip code area, my audience reaches 203K to 238.9K. So it's showing me that your audience is a fairly broad. So meaning that I have a very wide net that I'm casting, and that's always going to be the case with you running your ad on your own, because the more granular we get, the more we're going against fair housing. So we want to make sure that we're casting as wide as the net when we do with Facebook on our own, so that we don't get put in Facebook jail. So I'm going to keep that just the way it is. Then it's going to ask me how long I want to run a Facebook ad. So you can change these days. You can put it out and it'll tell you like what it's basically recommending for 8-day ads for this particular one that I'm boosting. It's saying I need to put $14 behind it. If I put $14 behind it within 7 days, I'm going to reach anywhere between 392 people to 1.1. And again, remember when you're advertising, these aren't people that are following your Facebook. These are people that are not following your Facebook. So these are going to be unique users that possibly wouldn't even know that you exist without you putting these dollars behind. I'll be honest with you, I never spend anything less than $40 on Facebook advertisement. That is my personal preference. I don't see results with anything higher than $40. So I would always boost your spend to at least $40. You can see that bump me up to 1,000 to 3,000 people that I'm going to reach per day for 7 days. So if I was doing like an open house, or if I was really trying to push this listing, I'd put $40 for 7 days and see where I go. You can change your end date. So if I wanted to maybe go out to the 9th, that's 10 days. I'm only going to see 774 people to 2,000 people per day. So you can come here and play around with how long you want and your budget. Again, when you talk about your budget as a realtor, all marketing should be encompassed in your budget every year when you sit down and do your market, your planning and your agent planning and your business planning. Marketing budget should be 100% involved in that, and this should be coming out of your marketing budget. So depending on what platform you use, that's up to you. If you want to use Homespotter, if you want to use Facebook, if you want to use both, I encourage you to use both, but I just wanted to show you both ways you can do it. So placements right now, it's going to be on Facebook, Messenger, and Instagram, because I have my Instagram connected to this one. Meta Pixel, you can just leave that blank. And then of course your card that you have on file for this one. So to create this ad, if I was ready to do it, I would click boost post now. I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to spend my own money on this office ad. But depending upon if I wanted to do that, that's how I would do it. So let's just pretend I didn't have a boosted post. I want to boost something on my own and I didn't have this post to boost. I just wanted to come in here and run like maybe a branding ad that I created in Canva. How would I do that? Good question. So I'm going to open up my Meta Business Suite, which we've talked about in the last couple tool times. The Meta Business Suite is for your business page only. And this is where you would go to get all of your analytical data, who's coming to your Facebook business page. It's where you can go and schedule out those posts in advance. It's where you can see all of your people that are interacting. And it's also where you can create ads. So you can click two places. You can click create ad right here up the top, or you can go over here on the left-hand side to ads. It's going to open up our ads. It's going to give us a minute. Come on. Okay, so I've never ran any ads on this account, so it's going to show you right now advertising summary. So I've spent $0 in the last 60 days. Normally, if I was running ads, it's going to give us my reach, my post engagement, my link clicks, my page likes, and any results that I have. So if I was running advertisement on my Facebook, this would be the summary. It would also show you my audience, who I'm actually reaching. Am I reaching? What age I'm reaching, what if it's female, if it's male, where they're coming from. Again, we're not going to be able to see any interests or anything like that, but we would be able to see, are you leaning more towards men or women? What are your ads catering more too. So if I wanted to just create an ad, I would just hit create ad up here. Well, this is loading. I'm going to get a sip of water. Okay. It's going to ask you for a goal. When we do advertisement, we talk about marketing and advertisement. Anything we do, we want to have a goal behind it. So there's a couple goals that you can do. So you can do an automated ad where Facebook will just create one for you. You can get more people to contact. So maybe I need more people that I want to contact outside of the people I have on my business page. I can get more website visitors to my Moxie website. I can boost a post that I already have. I can promote my business page for other people to see and to like. You can promote your business, you can get more leads, or you can get more messages. So you have to choose an ad goal before you move forward. Again, you can also boost existing content on your page. For this training, I'm actually going to do one where we're going to get more website visitors. It's going to bring me exactly where I was basically when we were boosting, but instead of having that home, it's showing me my profile picture. So obviously I'm not going to just want to keep this CB. I'm going to want to actually load in some possibly some past homes I've sold, or maybe something I created in Canva. You're seeing right here, it's telling me I have 1 of 5. So you can select multiple images or videos, super important. You could do a video of who you are or why you should move to the Emerald Coast or to your service area, why it's the best area in town. You could load that here. So how do you want your ad to look like? So basically description, what do we want to say? We would want to change that. Obviously, we'd want to load in our own media. And our contact button right here, we can create either if we want to just, this is driving them to our Pensacola office, a CB admin page. We would want to change that to our Moxie page, or maybe to a contact form on your Moxie page, wherever you decide you want to put them. Leverage Facebook's data to automatically deliver different ad creative variations to people who, when likely to improve performance. I would always turn that on. So Facebook is always crawling and changing their algorithm and seeing what's working and what people are really responding to. So if you upload 5 images, it's going to show those 5 images, and the one that's getting the most likes and interaction is the one that they'll start showing more. So it just uses their AI or their artificial intelligence to help you boost your ad better. Again, you want to click that special ad category on and choose that you're in the real estate industry or housing. And then who should see your ad? So it's just, again, it's just going to be by area. So right now we're doing 18 to 65, living in the United States. It's probably going to just do right around that same area that we had. So right now it's saying United States 25 miles. So I'm going to take that out and I'm going to want to put Pensacola right here. And it's going to take a radius around here. So you can actually increase that radius if you wanted. Maybe you have your license in Alabama. Or if you don't have your license in Alabama, you might want to change the pin. So you might want to drop the pin a little bit differently depending upon your audience. I'm not going to save anything. Again, you're going to choose your date range right now. So you can run this ad continuously. So if it was a branding ad, maybe you want to run it continuously monthly, you could choose that option for this one in particular, or you could choose how many days you want to run it and when it's going to end, as well as your daily budget. Same thing with the placements. That'll be on Facebook, Messenger, and Instagram. Have your card connected, and then see what your ad looks like here on the right-hand side. Does anyone have any questions on how to create an ad through Facebook? I feel like I talked a lot. I did. I always do. We lost people too, so apparently I'm not that interesting. No questions? Is this helpful?
It is. Every time I'm on here, I pick up something new.
Good. Well, I'm happy to hear that. Thank you, Nick, for always being a participant too.
Always for you, Britt.
Love you lots. Okay, so that was my agenda for today. I wanted to show you how to run. Let me stop sharing my screen. How to run a Facebook ad using Homespotter Boost, which is our preferred program that Coldwell Banker offers to you. And then also, if you wanted to run your own Facebook advertisement, how you would go about doing that. Just be cautious. Again, if you have questions or need help or want to talk through an ad, or or just having trouble placing an ad on Facebook or Homespotter Boost, I'm available always to chat. So give me a phone call. Be happy to jump on the line with you and help you out with that. So without further ado, that's all for me today, guys. You got 10 minutes back unless there's any questions.
I have a suggestion.
Yeah.
It just seems like every time I've been on here, a lot of people ask about your YouTube channel. So
Yes.
what do you think about maybe BCC, please BCC, the region with a link to your YouTube channel?
Okay.
Just say, hey, in case you missed my tool times and you want to catch up on them, here's the link.
Love it. Can do that. Thank you. I will give this a try. Awesome. Anybody else have any questions? Need anything from me? No complaints, remember, just compliments and requests. I don't take complaints here. That's Nick's department. I'm just kidding.
I'm a nobody. Send that to your manager.
Wanda's on here. Send him to Wanda. No, I'm just
There
kidding.
you go. Everything to Wanda.
Sure, send me all your complaints. I love to handle problems.
I love you, Wanda. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for spending your Monday with me. I look forward to next week's tool time. If you have anything that you guys want to talk about that I haven't covered yet that is super pressing, let me know. Send me an email. I have a whole notebook of ideas of what I'm going to do for the whole quarter of tool time. So just to kind of give you guys some teasers, the new marketing center that's launching here shortly, I'm going to be doing a training on that. So you'll hear it here first. So you won't have to take a national training. You can come here, do mine, and then take a national training. I want to talk more about Canva because I feel like that's something that I haven't touched on in a very long time. So I'll do another Canva tutorial. I want to talk about Instagram because we don't talk about Instagram enough. I want to talk more about videos, Market Quest again because we haven't done Market Quest in a while. I want to talk about newsletters, how to create a newsletter, what programs you can use, Express Docs, exclusive look, open houses, design concierge. I want to get someone on here that can help us with Dotloop. I'm not a professional at Dotloop. I actually don't even have access to Dotloop, but I want to find someone who is to answer your questions, to maybe do an overview and teach me as well. I want to have Michelle on. She's on today, but I want her to come on and I want to talk through Transaction Manager and putting things into your My Deals accounts and making sure all your paperwork is squared away so you're buttoned up and ready to go. And then I also want to talk about how to maximize your Facebook business page. So those are some ideas of the tool times that are coming. If there's something I've missed or there's something you need, please reach out to me. I'm open to helping and doing whatever I can. If I'm not the expert, I'm not the expert at everything. I will come here and I will find someone. Like I'm already volunteering Michelle and she doesn't even know it. So I will find someone to come on here and teach us and make us better. Because that's what my goal is. This is supposed to be time for you guys to just learn and grow and have a safe place to come with your questions and grow and be better and get more listings. All right, everyone, have a happy Monday. If you need anything, you know where to reach me. Thank you for joining today. Let me stop the recording so that the video will be ready so I can put it in the YouTube. And